What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how you can transform the trendy neutral makeup look into a full glam look using rhinestones. And of course, first I am starting off with my skin prep, and I always prep my client's skin and clean it off with micellar water, and then usually I go in with a toner and some moisturizer as well. And the reason why I use a brush for my skin prep is because not only am I placing the product on their skin, but I'm also pressing it into their skin as well for a smooth makeup base. So that's what I'm doing here. And also I am going in with some poreless primer from Makeup Forever, and I usually do that where my clients are experiencing huge pores, and I usually like to press that into their skin as well. And usually, depending on my client's skin type, I use about 2 primers to achieve a smooth base. Depending on my client's eyebrows, I will carve them out with concealer first, and then I'll fill them in just to ensure that I'm not overfilling my client's eyebrows, since we want that natural look. So in order to get that neutral, trendy eyeshadow look that I know you guys seen on TikTok and Instagram, with all the girls just using about 2 different eyeshadow shades, I'm just going in with a nice brown, and I believe I'm using a bronzer actually, and I'm just smoking out that brown just to have that nice buffed out smoky brown look, because then I'm just gonna blend in some eyeshadow primer. But you want to make sure that you're blending out that brown because you don't want it to be harsh, since this is a neutral look. Now I'm going in with my favorite eyeshadow primer by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and usually I like to place that on my client's eyelids. It don't have to be perfect, you guys. I'm just more so finding my placement here, and then once I get the product placed out and dispersed evenly on both eyelids, that's when I start blending it into the brown eyeshadow. And you want to blend quickly because this product will dry up on you fast. So now I'm just going back in and adding some more brown, because you don't want to see where the eyeshadow primer and the brown meets. You want to blend both of them out seamlessly. So that's what I'm doing here. And then I'm also adding a little bit more brown to add some depth to the outer corner. Just a little bit, you guys. You don't have to do this step, but with me, I like just a little bit more depth in the outer V corner of the eyelids. And now I'm just using a cream or a white eyeshadow that I grabbed from my Juvia's Place palette, and I'm just placing that on top of the eyeshadow primer that I placed on my client's lids. And you just want to do that just to add some more color to the eyeshadow primer, and then you want to go back in with your brown just to blend everything out so you don't see any harsh lines. And for me personally, I do like to add a little bit more color to the outer V of my client's eyelids, just to add a little bit more boldness and a little bit more depth, and then I'm just blending it out back into the crease. You guys, this is my favorite part. This is the best part here. I could not wait to do some rhinestone looks for my clients. Like, I've been itching to do makeup looks with rhinestones and different sparklies, because I'm very creative when it comes to makeup, you guys. Like, I just love doing all the different looks. But what I did to add the rhinestones, and can you believe this was my first time ever doing this, but what I did was I added some duo glue to the spots where I wanted the rhinestones to stick. I just dried it down a little bit, and then I placed the rhinestones on top of the areas where I had the glue. And you don't want to dry down the glue too dry to where the rhinestones won't stick. You just want them to be tacky enough to where the glue and the rhinestones would adhere together. And then after that, I did add a little dab of glue on top and just dried it all the way completely down. So because I wanted this look to stand out a little bit more, I went in with some eyeliner, and of course, like I said in my last video, I used the Inglot eyeliner with a brush because I have a little bit more control, and then I do use a liquid eyeliner on top. And again, just make sure your client keeps their eyes completely closed during this process. As you guys can see, my client, she kind of kept opening up her eyes a little bit, and it did smudge on the top, but you just let them know that it does have to dry down so that way it don't smudge. And then as you guys can see, I did add some crime tape just to make her eyeliner a little bit more winged out. I am still trying to practice my wing, so if you're trying to get that perfect wing, use some tape, you guys. So as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, I do like to carve my clients' eyebrows out first. Now, if they have a nice eyebrow, I will carve them out first before I fill them in because I still want them to look very natural. If they barely have any eyebrows, I will fill them in, but if they have a nice eyebrow, I'll carve them out and then fill them in. And then next I'm going in with my client's foundation, and of course I'm using that NARS Natural Radiant foundation, and a little goes a long way, you guys. Usually I start off just by putting on a little bit, and I blend out one side at a time because I really want to blend it down really well. And then if I want to go back and add a little bit more coverage, then I can go back and do so once my first layer has been blended out. So that's what I'm doing here. And now I'm going in with my Kofi concealer, you guys, and I highly recommend this concealer. It is a hidden gem, and this concealer is full coverage. It is very hydrating, so it won't settle in your fine lines. It is also a clean brand at Sephora as well, and I've been loving this concealer, you guys. It makes the under eyes brighten, and again, it just gives you that coverage without being cakey. So I'm just using that to do my highlighting steps here. And then I'm also going in with my Rare Beauty blush. Everybody's been loving the Rare Beauty blush, you guys. I absolutely love it, but of course a little goes a long way. But what I like to do is I like to blend my concealer into my blush or my blush into the concealer, however which way you do it. Either way, I just like the concealer and the blush to be blended in because you really want that blush to look like it's coming from within. You don't want that harsh blush look that to where you start looking like Bozo the Clown. So I feel as though blending your concealer into your blush gives you more of a seamless look. So I'm going in with my cream bronzer from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and you guys, I like to just put my product on like this because when I blend it out, it's not too harsh and it looks literally like it's airbrushed into the skin. Like, look at the way that that product is just blending out, you guys. It literally blends like butter. Again, a little bit goes a long way, and you kind of want it to look like a shadow on the skin, and that's exactly what it's giving, y'all. I am loving this look. And then I went in with my Juvia's Place powdered bronzer because, like I said, I always set my creams with a powder. And then we're snatching that nose as well because, like I said, we don't want no big old honker sitting on our face. I mean, if we gonna wear makeup, let's wear some makeup, y'all. Now I'm going in with my Fenty powder and just setting all the highlighted spots where I placed the concealer. And then of course I like to bake on the side of the nose because I like for my nose contour to stand out. And because I'm a full glam girly, I gotta snatch that jawline, y'all. So I went ahead and did that. And then now I'm just going back in and adding some more bronzer, and then I'm going to brush everything away using a powdered brush, and I believe I'm using the Sephora Micro Smooth in the shade Tan, and I'm just blending everything together so you don't see any harsh lines. And then I'm going in and I'm adding some blush back because we did do the cream blush, and then now I'm going in with the powdered blush, and this is the blush highlighter from Rare Beauty. And because you don't want that powdered casket look, you want to go in with a luminous setting spray, and I used one from Morphe. Yes, now this look is definitely giving luxury. It is how you turn a neutral look into a full glam look, you guys. My client absolutely looks beautiful. Her skin is glowing. And if you are in the Tampa Bay area, definitely hit me up and send me a DM so you can come sit in my chair. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to The Dream, you guys. And I will see you in the next video.